A patient.
Well, obviously, you know what it is, you know how it is, and you know where I am. I'm here because I'm dying from cancer.
In a hospital bed.
I've run a pretty hardcore life.
Tattoo on his arm.
You know, to run in the streets and not caring about anybody or anything but myself.
An overcast sky, hydro wires, and 2 treetops. Yellow text forms in the foreground. Title card, How We Die. Black text underneath, the future of end of life. This episode, How We Die, Not in the Street. Journey Home Hospice, Toronto, Ontario. Nancy Lefebvre, Executive Director.
I have been a nurse for many, many years, and I've just seen the phenomenal need that people have at the end of life care. And so when we think about people who are living on the street, when most people want to die at home, if you don't have a home, where do you go to die? And so what should we as a society be doing for them? And I think that's one thing here at Journey Home Hospice. We're trying to tackle 2 really tough societal issues, right? Nobody likes to talk about dying, and nobody likes to deal with the issue of homelessness.
Journey Home is one of the only 2 hospices in Canada giving end-of-life care to those experiencing homelessness.
How's your pain today?
4.
A caregiver administers medication.
How do you like the current dose?
Well, it's good because I had sleep.
Oh, good. What was your normal routine before?
On the street?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever I wanted or whatever I needed, I'd use drugs, street drugs to kill the pain, so I'd be able to sleep.
Dr. Sherry Bergeron.
I'm so glad that I'm here, right?
Yeah.
Medical Director, Journey Home Hospice.
It's a gift and it's a privilege to work with folks as they are in the last, perhaps days, might be months of their life, to ensuring that that time is as quality time as we can give them. It's really a privilege to be along a person's journey as they're approaching end of life, no matter what background they're coming from or whatever place they're coming from. It is an absolute privilege.
Frances Morrison.
Hello.
Personal support worker.
I love working here. It's something that I always wanted to do. I love to care for people at the end of their lives. The patients that come in, most of them don't have anyone, and we become that family, and we just love them like their own. One patient, I went into his room, and the nurse was busy, and when she came in, she said, "Oh, he's dying." And I'm like, "No." She said, "Yes." And we moved him onto the bed. 5 minutes later, he was gone. And I felt bad because I didn't know.
Frances becomes emotional.
I didn't know. I didn't hold his head.
Dr. Bergeron.
Looking at our team, it takes a special person to work here. It's a non-judgmental location. We want to open our arms and our doors to welcome people and support them the best that we
The
can.
doctor enters a room.
Hey, Peter.
Hi, how are you, Doctor?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Not bad.
Not bad. Some of those medication changes have helped.
Yes,
Pain a little bit better
definitely.
controlled.
Definitely.
Good. And you're being careful when you're walking. The snow's
Yeah.
here. It's getting icy out there.
It's very slippery outside, so you want to be careful. That's
Yes,
for
you
sure.
do.
I don't have my snow tires on yet. Get them changed up. Yeah, we'll do that. I woke up one day on a park bench.
Peter Scott, patient.
I did my, what I was usually doing. I hit a drug to get my pain under control, and it wasn't working. I couldn't stand up. It took me 25 minutes for a 5-minute walk where I knew where the hospital was. They took some blood work and admitted me ASAP. And they did a CAT scan. They did all kinds of MRIs. They did whatever tests known to man to see what it was that was killing me. Don't be kicking me out now for saying this, but the last few days have been really good. Really, really good. The medications that they're prescribing me is just starting to gel now. The doctors in here are great, phenomenal. If we could just keep it at this level, I'd be grateful.
It's estimated that there are about 25,000 to 35,000 Canadians experiencing homelessness on any given night, and around 235,000 in any given year. Dr. Bergeron.
The number of individuals experiencing homelessness is increasing, and we're concerned it's going to continue to increase. It doesn't take much in order to, unfortunately, lose your home. And so I do see there's a role for maybe smaller versions of a Journey Home Hospice that completes the specialization and the focus for those experiencing structural vulnerability and having them in other communities to make sure that we are looking at this population and providing them the same level of care that anybody else would be offered.
Peter passed away in January 2022, surrounded by the Journey Home Hospice family. Dr. Bergeron.
Everybody deserves good palliative care at end of life. And so people who are unfortunately experiencing homelessness or living on the street, we don't know what their backstory is, but they deserve the best palliative care as possible. And this is a place that can afford that to them.
Kitab Productions Inc. logo. Produced with the participation of TELUS Fund. Stories for Caregivers. In an initiative produced by the Coop Company. Legal disclaimer.